Hey guys, Joshua Neal here, and today we're taking a look at one of my favorite songs, Operation Mindcrime by Queensryche. Remember, if you enjoy the lesson, please click like and let me know. You can also leave me a comment or a question or a request for a song you would like me to do. And as always, be sure to grab that full note and tab transcription down in the box so that you can follow along at home. Alright, let's get to it. Alright, before we get started, we'll need to tune our bass. Now, for Operation Mindcrime, we don't need to do anything. This is done in standard tuning at 440, no big changes. So you should have a low E, an A, a D, and a G. And after we have the phone call in the beginning to set up the track, we jump right into the intro. We're going to see this figure a lot throughout the song, which is... So we're starting on the 2nd fret of the E string, and we're going to go from the 2nd fret up to the 4th fret of the A string, and back down. It'll be 2, 4, 2. 2 eighth notes and a quarter. 1 and 2. 1 and 2. Eddie Jackson has a very, very bright tone on this song. I actually thought he was playing with a pick for a very, very long time, but he plays with his fingers. So you're going to want to turn up the presence or the brightness on your amp or your preamp. You're going to want to add a little bit of drive to get some dirt on it. And above all, you're really going to want to do the heavy metal finger punching style technique. You definitely don't want to just gently pull through the strings. You want to hear those frets. So again, we're going from 2nd fret E to 4th fret A and back. 1 and 2. Then we're going to do some 2 and 4 hits on the 2nd fret of the E string. 1 and 2. Rest. 4. 1, 2, 3. And then we're going to jump up to the 7th fret of the A string and we're going to slide down just kind of into nothing. Then instead of doing the 2, 4, 2 again, we're going to keep doing those offbeat hits, the 2 and 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. And then the big slide from the 7th fret again. From here, we're going to go back to the top of the repeat. We're going to do all that again. 2, 4, 2. Rest. 2. 2, rest. Big slide on 7, rest. 2, rest. 2. Now we're into the 2nd ending and we have this little turnaround. It's resting on beat 1 and then 2nd fret of the E, just like we would be doing a hit on beat 2, except we're going to immediately jump to the 2nd fret of the A. Then we're going to do an open A and then an open E real quick. And that's going to take us into the next part. So that whole intro altogether is 2, 4, 2, rest, 2, rest, 2, rest, 7 slide, rest, 2, rest, 2, rest, 2, rest, slide, 2, 4, 2, rest, 2, rest, 2, rest, slide, rest, 2, rest, 2nd ending, 2, 2, open, open. That 2nd ending again is rest on 1, 2, and. So a lot of syncopation in there. We move into the next part, which is the kind of the main riff, the chorus riff, and it's just an extension of the intro. We're still going to do the 2, 4, 2, 2 on the E string, 4 on the A string, 2 on the E string, but we're going to keep it going a little bit. We'll have 2, 4, 2, open E, back to 2 on the E string, then we're going to do this repeating figure where we go 2, open, 2 on the E string. I'll go through that whole part one more time and I will actually count the beats this time. 1 and 2 and 3, 4 and 1, 2 and 3, 4 and 1 and 2 and 3, 4 and. 1, 2, 3, 4. For each of those single hits on the F sharp, the second fret of the E string, make sure that you cut it nice and short. That's that little dot over the note. It's called a staccato. It means to play the note separated. So just nice and separated like that. Moving on, we're looking at verse 1. All of the verses are going to be mostly the same. There's just a little fill that we'll talk about in verse 2 when we get there. We're going to start on the second fret again of the E string, because the whole song is kind of an F sharp minor. But instead of doing eighth notes or quarter notes here, we're actually going to do two quick little 16th notes. 1 E. 1 E. So if I was to count that off, ready, and 1 E, 2, 3, and. So on the and of 3, we're going to grab an open A, and then we're going to do the 1 E on the second fret again. 1 E. So the main figure that we've got in the verses is 1 E, 2, 3, and 1 E, 2, 3, 4. We're going to start that over, except we're going to change the note that we end on. 1 E, 2, 3, and on the A, big open E right on beat 1, and we're going to hold that for 4 beats. So verse 1, and you're going to repeat that whole figure again for the first verse, will look like 1 E, 2, 3, and open A, 1 E, 2, 3, 4, 1 E, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, 4. Same with these F sharps. You really want to make them nice and separated, nice and distinct, nice and punchy. That's what those little teepee looking guys over the notes are. It's called a marcato. It means to play it loud and separated. The ones that sit on the side like that are just a simple accent. It just means to play it a little bit louder with a little bit more force, but not separated. So that's the whole verse 1. From there, we move into just a little transitional part. It's based on the intro, but I'll go through it anyway. It's going to do that 2-4-2 figure. 2 on the E, 4 on the A, 2 on the E again. 1 and 2, rest, 4, rest, 2, rest, slide. 1 and 2, rest, 2, rest, 2, and. So we've got that little turnaround again where we go second fret of the E, second fret of the A, open E real quick. Then we move into verse 2. Now, the only change in verse 2 and also verse 3 is there's this really cool bass run in the second part of the verse. So I'll go through it real quick. You're going to start off the same way on the second fret of the E string. You're going to do your 16th notes. 1 E, 2, 3, and on open A, 1 E, 2, 3, 4, 1 E, 2, 3, and 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 E, 2, 3, and on the A, 1 E. Now here's the bass run here. I know it looks kind of nuts, but it's really not that bad. It's actually based around an A major pentatonic scale or an F sharp minor pentatonic scale. They're the same. If you don't know your pentatonic scales, go check them out. You're going to use them for 99% of all the bass lines that you construct. So we're going to start on the 4th fret of the A string here. We're going to go to the 2nd fret of the D, 4th fret, up to the 2nd fret of the G real quick, and then we're going to come back down. 4 on the D, 2 on the D, 4 on the A, and we're going to end on the 2nd fret of the A. So again, in sequence, it's 4 on the A, 2 on the D, 4, 2 on the G, 4 on the D, 2, 4 on the A, and on 2 on the A. This run is going to come in the second half of beat 2, and it's going to feel almost like pure 16th notes, because it mostly is pure 16th notes, except for that one dotted eighth at the end there. But that entire measure, this is the second page, second system, second measure. We start on that 2nd fret of the E string again. A lot of 2's in that sentence. Starting on the 2nd fret of the E string again. 1 E, 2. Do that again. 1 E, 2. 4, 2, 4, 2, 4, 2, 4, 2. Or 1 E, and a 3E, and a 4E, and back down to the 2nd fret of the E string here for those 16th notes, and a 3 on the open A string, and then a big open E. So I'm going to go through verse 2 all the way through, just so you can see exactly where that big fill happens. Top of verse 2, ready, and 1E, 3, and 1E, 2, 3, 4, 1E, 2, 3, and 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1E, 2, 3, and 1E, and a 3, and a 4E, 1E, 2, 3, and 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Going into the pre-chorus here, this is the first pre-chorus. We're up on the 4th fret of the A string, and we're going to do this little repeating figure where we hit the 4th fret of the A string twice, and then the 6th fret of the D string once, doing this little 5th, or this power chord shape. And you'll come down to the open A. So again, it's 4, 4, 6, 4, 4, 6, 4, open A. Or 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. You're going to let that open A tie into the next measure, and then you're just going to finish it out with 8th notes. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. It's pretty straightforward. You're going to do that 4, 4, 6 figure again. 4, 4, 6, 4, 4, 6, 4, down to the 2nd fret here. 2nd fret B. That's going to tie into the top of the next measure, and then we're going to do this big fill here. So what happened there was, came down to the 2nd fret, I hit the 2nd fret one more time, and then I'm going to slide up into the 9th fret, but I'm actually going to pick while I'm doing that slide. So, kind of sliding from the 2nd fret up to the 9th fret, but with a pick in there. I'm not doing a straight up slide. I'm actually kind of goosing into that 9th fret. 9th fret of the A, and then just roll your finger up to the 9th fret of the D. Back down to the 9th fret of the A, and then we're going to do this little fill here. 9 on the D, 7, 9 on the A. So that whole grouping again is 2, slide up into 9, roll to 9 on the D, 9 on the A, and then 9 on the D, 7, 9 on the A. I'll go through that 2nd figure in the pre-chorus real quick, starting from the 4, 4, 6. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and slide 9 and 4E and 9, 7, 9. I'll go through the whole thing at the end too. Next figure, the next 2 measures, same as the first 2 measures. 4, 4, 6, 4, 4, 6, 4, O, and 2 and 3 and 4 and. You're going to grab the 2nd fret of the A, hold it for 4 beats, then sharp hit on beat 1 with the 2nd fret still. You're going to rest for 2 beats, and then you're going to hop up to the 9th fret, and you're going to slide down, because we're going to end up on the 2nd fret of the E string for the next part. But before I do that, I am going to jump to the top of the pre-chorus. I'm going to go through the whole thing so you can see how that all lines up. So top of the pre-chorus, ready, and 4, 4, 6, 4, 4, 6, 4, O, and 2 and 3 and 4 and 4, 4, 6, 4, 4, 6, 4, 2, 2, 9, 9, 9, 9, 7, 9, 4, 4, 6, 4, 4, 6, 4, O, and 2 and 3 and 4 and 2nd fret, 2, 3, 4, 1, rest, rest, 9th fret slide. And we're into the first chorus, which is going to look a lot like the second part of the intro. It's just got some extra fills. We're doing that 2-4-2 grouping again. 2-4-2-0-2, 2-0-2, 2-0-2, 2-0, 2-4, 2-0, 2-0. Now here in the first ending, here's one of the fills. We just hit the 2-0. We're gonna let that open string ring for a beat while we hop up to the 7th fret of the A string. We're gonna go 7, 7, 7, or 2 and then we're gonna do this minor pentatonic looking figure that he's doing all over the place, really. We just saw it up here. We're gonna do that same thing. Well, the end of it anyway. So that first ending, or right before the first ending, I'll come in on beat 4. That would be 2 and 7, 7, 7, 7, 5, 7, or 4 and 2 and 4 E and. We're gonna go back to the top, and we've got the 2, 4, 2, 0, 2, 2, 0, 2, 2, 0, 2, 2, 0, 2, 4, 2, 0, 2, 2, 0, and you're gonna just let that ring out for 4 beats. So the whole first chorus looks like, ready, and 1 and 2 and 3, 4 and 1, 2 and 3, 4 and 1 and 2 and 3, 4 and 2 and 4 E and 1 and 2 and 3, 4 and 1, 2 and 3, 4 and 1 and 2 and 3, 4 and 2, 3, 4. Moving on, we're into the first solo. That looks a lot like the verses, except with some additional little hits in them. But it's largely going to be the same. You're going to be on the 2nd fret of the E string, and you're going to do your 16th notes, 1 E. That catch on the and of 3 with the open A string, 1 E, 2, 3, and 4. 1 E, 2, 3, 4. Second group of 2 measures, this is where we have a little additional fill. 1 E, 2, 3, and E. So that again, it's going to start on the 2nd fret of the E string. 1 E, 2, 3. On the and of 3, you're going to catch the 2nd fret of the A string. 2nd fret of the A string, which is a B. Then on the E of 4, the 2nd 16th note of beat 4, you're going to catch an open E, and you're going to come back to the 2nd fret of the E for 2 16th notes, a 1 E. So those 2 measures again are 1 E, 2, 3, and 4 E. 1 E, 2, 3, 4. Second group of 2 measures is the same as the first. 1 E, 2, 3, and 1 E, 2, 3, 4. Second, or final grouping here of 2 measures, yet another little fill, but we're still going to start on the 2nd fret of the E. 1 E, 2, 3. On the and of 3, you're going to catch the 5th fret of the A string. And then on the and of 4, you're going to grab the open E string real quick, back to the 2nd fret of the E string. You're going to hold that for 2 beats, and then you're going to play 4 8th notes, 3 and 4 and. So let me put that whole first solo together. Ready, and 1 E, 2, 3, and 4. 1 E, 2, 3, 4. 1 E, 2, 3, 2, 0. 1 E, 2, 3, 4. 1 E, 2, 3, and 4. 1 E, 2, 3, 4. 1 E, 2, 3, 5, 0, 2, 3, and 4, and that goes into the 2nd solo. It really feels like a continuation of the first solo, but because the key changes a little bit, or they're employing a different key, and also the figure you're playing changes, that's why I'm calling it solo number 2. We're going to hop up to the 4th fret of the E string. So instead of being on the 2nd fret, F sharp, we're up on the 4th fret, that's a G sharp. And we're really just going to be playing even 8th notes for the first 2 measures. And you could get away with just playing even 8th notes, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and, but if you really want to catch the feel of this particular part, you're going to want to grab the hits with the snare drum. And what he's doing is he's dividing the 8th notes into groups of 3 for the most part, and he's catching the first note in each group of 3. And he's just accenting it. So what you're going to do is also accent it on the bass. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and... That last group is a group of 4, just to make it even out. You could also think of it as 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. And that would work out the same way. You don't necessarily have to do the accents with the drums in there, but if you really want to lock up with the drum or really imply that groove, you're going to want to do that. So moving on to that third measure, after we've done these 4th fret E's, we're going to hop down to an open E. And we're going to hold that for 3.5 beats. That's what the double dot is. A double dotted half note takes up 3.5 beats. It just looks a little bit cleaner. That's why I used it. So I'm holding that. On the and of 4, I'm going to slide up into the 7th fret of the E string. Just kind of slide up from nowhere. 1, 2, 3, 4. And first time through this figure, I'm going to end up on the 7th fret of the A string. And I'm going to go 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and. So taking it from the measure before the first ending, it would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and. If you hop back to the beginning of the figure, you do your 4th fret G sharps again, 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and open E, 3, 4, slide. You're going to end up on the 7th fret of the A string again, but you're going to hold it for 2 beats this time. 1, 2, 3, and then we're going to do this little pull off here. 7th fret to the 6th fret, and then we're going to catch the 7th fret of the E string. That'd be 4E and. That whole second ending, actually measure before the endings, but I'm going to go into the second ending from that big open E. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, and 4E and. So 3 and 4E and. Back to the top, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and open. 2, 3, 4, slide. Third ending up to the 7th fret again, but we're going to do a much different fill this time. Ended up on the 7th fret of the A string. From there, we're going to hit it again, and we're going to slide up to the 14th fret of the D string, and we're going to come down this power chord shape. 14th fret of the D string, 14th fret of the A string, another one of those, 12th fret of the E string as we slide down to the 7th fret of the E string. So I'm going to do that again from the third ending. 7th fret of the A is where we're starting. 7, 7 and slide, 14 on the D, 14 on the A, again, 12 on the E, slide down to 7. Let me do that in time. Third ending one more time. 7, 7, 14, 14, 14, 12, 7. Or 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and 1. We end up on this 7th fret of the E string, this B here, and we're going to do this repeating figure that actually lines up with the drums, the kick of the drums. 1, 2, and 1, 2, and. And then we're back down to our 2-4-2 hits. 1 and 2, rest, 4, rest. So there's that 2 and, or that 2nd fret of the E, 2nd fret of the A, open E, back into verse 3. Verse 3 goes down exactly the same way as verse 2, but I'm going to play through it because I want you to see where that big fill is one more time. 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, and open E, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, and 1, 4, 2, 4, 2, 4, 2, 4, 2. 1, 2, 3, and open, 2, 3, 4. Pre-chorus 2, almost exactly the same as pre-chorus 1. I'll go through it real quick, but the only thing we really need to worry about is the ending. 4, 4, 6, 4, 4, 6, 4, oh, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 4, 4, 6, 4, 4, 6, 4, 2, 2, 9, 9, 9, 9, 7, 9, 4, 4, 6, 4, 4, 6, 4, oh, and 2, and 3, and 4, and second fret, 2, 3, 4. This is where it changes. Instead of just grabbing the second fret of the A and then doing a slide, we've got a slightly busier fill. We're going to do this octave shape. Remember, octaves are up 2 and over 2. So the 4th fret of the G, which is an octave above this B, this is another B, we're going to grab the 4th fret, right back down to the 2nd fret of the A. 2 even eighth notes there. 1 and, or 4, 2. Then we got to hop up real quick because we're going to grab the 9th fret of the D string. This is the same B that we have up here, but because we're going to do a slide away, it makes more sense to grab it on the 9th fret. You're going to hit that on the and of 3 and just kind of slide away into nothing. There's no target at the end of this, just slide away. And then on the and of 4, you're going to grab the 2nd fret of the D string. I recommend you use your middle finger because you need to get back to the chorus riff, and that one's easily started on your 1st finger. So I would say do the slide off of the 9th fret with your middle finger and then use that same middle finger to grab the 2nd fret. That very last measure of the pre-chorus 2 is 4, 2, rest, 3, and, or 1 and 2, 3, 9, 2, and you're back into another chorus. This second chorus is just extended. It's got a couple extra fills that we'll talk through, but the bulk of it is the same. 2, 4, 2, 0, 2, 2, 0, 2, 2, 0, 2, 2, 0, 2, 4, 2, 0, 2, 2, 0. Now the first ending is going to be the same as the first ending we saw in the other chorus. 2, 0, 7, 7, 7, 7, 5, 7, or 4 and, 2 and 4 E and you would start it over. The 2nd, 3rd, and 4th time through this chorus, you're going to do a slightly different fill. It's almost exactly the same as the first ending, except you're not going to have that tie between the and of 2 and the downbeat of 3. It's going to be 2 and 3 and 4 E and. So instead of 2 and 4 E and, it's 2 and 3 and 4 E and. So slight difference there. And then the 5th time, we're going to change it just a little bit, but it's going to be largely the same again. Take it from the beginning of the chorus riff, and I'm going to go into the 5th ending so you can see that. 2, 4, 2, 0, 2, 2, 0, 2, 2, 0, 2, 2, 0, 2, 4, 2, 0, 2, 2, 0. 7th fret. So really the biggest difference is we got rid of the downbeat of 2. We just let the low E ring into it. So that 5th ending again would be and 2 E and. I'm sorry, 4 E and 4 E and. So the first time through the chorus will be 0, 2, 2, 0, 2, 2, 0, 2, 2, 0, 2, 0, 2, 4, 2, 0, 2, 2, 0, 7, 7, 7, 7, 5, 7. The 2nd, 3rd, and 4th time are going to be 2, 4, 2, 0, 2, 2, 0, 2, 2, 0, 2, 2, 0, 2, 4, 2, 0, 2, 2, 0, 7, 7, 7, 7, 7, 5, 7. 2 and 3 and 4 E and. The 5th time is going to be 2, 4, 2, 0, 2, 2, 0, 2, 2, 0, 2, 2, 0, 2, 4, 2, 0, 2, 2, 0, 7, 7, 7, 5, 7, or and 4 E and. Then you're going to move on. You're going to go through basically half a revolution of the chorus riff. 2, 4, 2, 0, 2, 2, 0, 2, 2, 0, 2, 2, 0, 2. And this is the ending here. You're going to catch the 2nd fret of the E string on that first hit. There's a big guitar dive bomb. You're going to have another hit on the 2nd fret of the E string. There's another guitar dive bomb. And then this whole part is slowing down exponentially. So you really just have to be on your toes. Or if you're covering this with your band, Just keep an eye on each other so that you can line up this last hit, which is on the 2nd fret of the A string. And you just let that hang and fade out over the additional dialogue. And that's it. There it is, guys. Hope you enjoyed the lesson. If you did, be sure to click like and let me know. You can also leave me any comments or questions you may have, as well as requests for songs you would like me to do. Be sure to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any future updates. And as always, grab that full note and tab transcription so that you can practice this one at home. And until next time,